Right, welcome back. Banyana Banyana are finalising their build-up to their FIFA Women's World Cup campaign. South Africa secured a 2-0 win over Costa Rica in a friendly, which will act as a morale boost. But have their preparations for the tournament been adequate? To help us unpack this, we're joined by former Banyana skipper Nthabeleng Modiko. Nthabeleng, thank you so much for your time and good afternoon to you. So I believe that you are involved in coaching currently. So if you were part of the Banyana staff, would you be happy with the preparations right now?
Yes, I think, it was a very good and a high morale booster, to be winning against a Costa Rica just days before we can actually jump onto the actual fit. So I think right now, maybe the mood in camp is amazing. Everybody's just feeling amped and everybody's feeling very much confident, especially after this amazing game that they played yesterday.
So the Banyana camp has spoken about possibly getting past the group stage in the World Cup. What are their chances of achieving that?
I think it's very much open for them. I mean, they played against Costa Rica, which is based 36th on the FIFA ranking. That's a very high area for them, and Banyana Banyana is based on 54th. So the difference between the two teams just speaks volumes. And for Banyana Banyana to have managed to get this victory, I think it is something that maybe stands them a very good chance in terms of qualifying for the next round of the group stages. So I think another thing that we had was Coach Desiree Ellis saying that they're playing against Costa Rica was almost similar to them preparing for the Swedish team that they'll be playing next week Sunday. And it's a big win for them. And also the performance was amazing in terms of what she was talking about. And it seems the girls, they've managed to actually get everything going. They've crossed their T's and dotted their I's, as they call it.
Definitely. Now, of course, we love all of our players in Nthabeleng, but are there any players that you think might be a pain in the side for the opponents? Are there any players that you are expecting to shine in this tournament, and who are they?
Putting me on the spot there, but I think the presence of Atembi Kgatlana has just been quite amazing, and also for her to be able to score that goal yesterday, it just shows and it signifies her return, because we remember last time when the WAFCON she got that terrible injury, and she said that it's been a confidence booster for herself to actually be back in the squad after a long-term injury. And we saw even in the highlights that were shown that Tembi was in front of the goals a lot of times. So it goes without saying that Tembi is someone that all the teams that will be playing against Banyana Banyana will be worried about.
Definitely. So SAFA has said in a statement today that there is no agreement to pay the Banyana support staff the 115,000 rand each. This comes after a standoff between the association and the national team over contracts. What does this say for you about how the women's game is being handled in our country?
Look, I think all over the world we are seeing the change that women's football is receiving. It's not just in South Africa, but you can look at other countries like England right now. They are also having their own stress about the bonuses that the team is hoping to be paid, for participating in this game. I think it's been a long time coming, and the professionalizing of the sport also is also coming into play there, because you look at these girls, they are training very hard, they are playing at world stages, and they need to be able to sustain themselves in various ways, instead of them having to hold down other jobs and also be a soccer player on the other side. I think right now it's just so sad that these administrative roles and bickering is just something that is plaguing the camp, and I hope that it can be sorted out a little bit sooner, because we don't want anything to be dampening the mood, especially at this moment when it's just days away. So I hope that SAFA and everybody else involved will be able to get a positive outcome, everything that can be finalized, so that the girls are not having to be worried about other things that are, in a way off the pitch, and they are kind of like plaguing their game, because we see that the girls are very much ready and they are happy to be where they are right now in New Zealand.
Nthabeleng, very quickly before you go, of course it is the Women's World Cup coming up in 2027, and South Africa is going to bid to host that event. In fact, they have an entire bid committee that they have formulated. Do you think that will be successful?
I hope so. I mean, there's been a number of countries that are coming also saying that they would like to bid to host the Women's World Cup. This is a big tournament, and it's a global spectacle. So you will see a lot of countries just wanting to be a part of it. I mean, the measure or the collaboration of the two countries now in New Zealand and Australia is something that is a first time for these two countries. So I think even if SAFA was to be able to win it and bring it home for us, it can remind us of the amazing camaraderie that we felt in the 2010 hosting of the men's FIFA World Cup. So I'm hopeful that we can be able to host it on the country, because I think it will be the first time for Africa in the women's side as well.
It will be. I'm hopeful, right there with you. Thank you so much. We're going to have to leave it there for now. That was former Banyana skipper Nthabeleng Modiko chatting to us ahead of the FIFA Women's World Cup. We'll have more